What is up, everybody? Dante Pittman here, and welcome to episode number 3 of season 2 of the Gameshow Speak Podcast. I am your man of the hour, Dante Pittman. And joining me is and Michael is back once again.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Get your hands on your buzzers. We got a great show lined up for you.
Ooh. Sounds like Michael. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. I know you had a job interview. You've been.
No, I had one.
Oh, you had one. Well, you sound like you're exhausted, and I don't blame you.
Yeah,
All right. All right. Okay. Oh my. Okay. Former Dancing with the Stars and the X Factor executive producer help me pronounce this. Andrew Llinares.
Hold on.
I can't pronounce this guy's name.
Llinares
has replaced the retiring Rob Clark at Fremantle. Llinares takes on the director of global entertainment post after Super be vacated by Clark next month, who is exiting after 2 decades with the company. He takes on responsibility for Britain's Got Talent firm Fremantle's global entertainment production, development, and acquisition teams. Llinares has spent the past 5 years as executive producer of Dancing with the Stars, and Deadline revealed his departure last March. He oversaw numerous seasons, including the All-Athlete Season 26 and the 30th, which featured one of the most exciting finales in the show's likely history. Llinares was the original showrunner on the X Factor and Britain's Got Talent UK in 2004 and 2007, respectively, spending some time executive producing the US X Factor from 2011 and used to head up co-productions for Fremantle label Thick Tames and Simon Cowell's Sitco. Fremantle Group CEO Jennifer Mullen praised the seasoned producer and a creative executive that's been within our family for many years, adding, Rob Clark has been instrumental in designing our global entertainment division, and I believe Andrew is well poised to build on that, ensuring that creative and production excellence remain at the heart of our company. Llinares says he feels like I'm coming home and cannot wait to get started. Well, this is a change up. Talk about shocking the system. Just like the Undisputed Era, talk about shocking the system.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right. TBS swears The Cube is coming soon after the season premiere was hastily scuttled. This is from realityblurred.com. Okay. All right. The Cube season 2 premiering January 8th. Hold on. Yeah, it was set for January 8th, airing Sundays at 9. That day was announced December 5th, less than a month ago, when TBS said season 2 will have more games for the winners. The link in that announcement to the trailer has been made part of it on YouTube. As you mentioned, the website just says coming soon. Buzzard Blog noticed the schedule changed just 2.5 weeks after the season 2 announcement. The announcement really last February. Since then, of course, a lot has happened at TBS's parent company. Warner Media merged with Discovery, started to lay off people and cancel shows, including at TBS. That made us wonder: is the Cube of whoever is left running the network? Is there no one left in the office to push play on the VCR? The answer to those close questions, thankfully, it's no. And there's better news for the Cube's future, at least right now. I asked Warner Brothers Discovery about the changes It was told that the T-Net has made some scheduling adjustments to its January 2023 programming slate, and the Cube is no longer premiering in January. There will be a new date in the future, I was told. I don't know if that will be as soon as this winter, or if we'll have to wait till spring or later.
Wow.
Wow, wow, wow. Man, please premiere the Cube already. I want to see it. Getting impatient. All right. Ooh. Noah Bonnett joins Sony. Our veteran unscripted producer Noah Bonnett has signed an exclusive first look deal with Sony Pictures Television recently formed Gameshow division. Bonnett has been producing unscripted television with a focus on studio game and competition shows for over 20 years. His credits include NBC's Ellen's Game of Games and The Wheel, Sci-Fi's Total Blackout, ABC's Bet on Your Baby, and 101 Ways to Leave a Game Show, Fox's Mental Samurai, and the daily syndicated series Pictionary. Bonnett started his television career at SPT as an assistant at Columbia TriStar Television. Once again, another shock to the system.
Yeah, another shock.
Hope this goes well. Ooh, boy. ABC orders Jeopardy Masters. We'll take a very tough competition for 800, Alex. ABC has picked up another spinoff of America's favorite quiz show, Jeopardy Masters. Described as an elite level competition, the series will feature the 6 highest ranked contestants as they face off in a Champions League event to win the grand prize and the coveted title of Jeopardy Masters champion. Fan favorites Evie Schneider, Martin Modio, Mateo Roach, Andrew Heath, Sam Buttery, and James Oldtower will go head to head in the tournament, with Ken Jennings hosting each hour-long episode.
Hold on one second. Hold on. Something's wrong here. I saw the final episode of the Greatest of All Time tournament, and during the interview segment, Alex said, and I quote, "I don't mean to be negative, but this may be the last time you'll be appearing as contestants on Jeopardy." And in that tournament was Holzhauer. Right here, this is not right at all.
What in this world? All right, the show is set to feature 2 back high-stakes games. Schneider's 40-game streak in season 38 landed her at number 2 on Jeopardy's all-time consecutive wins list, while Modio's 38-game streak spanning seasons 37 and 38 put him at number 3. Roach's 23 wins put them at number 5. They are the first Gen Z super champion, having become the youngest champion currently ranked in the top 5 for all-time consecutive games won. A release date for the new Elite Tournament or its format has not yet been announced.
Well, let me tell you, they could have had. Let me tell you, I literally thought the greatest of all time would be James Holzhauer's last time competing on Jeopardy, but it's not. They could have had Ryan Long on it, but no. ABC were like, James, can you come back? I think we made a mistake.
But you can't wait for the Jeopardy Masters, can you?
But here's the thing. Here's another thing that makes sense. Ken Jennings is host. I thought my game was doing the prime time stuff. That is not right at all.
Oh boy, I don't know how you'll feel about this. I don't know how the rest of the crew would feel about this. Oh man. But I hope he'll do well. All right. Claim to Fame, Press Your Luck, and Celebrity Family Feud are coming back. ABC's Fun and Games lineup isn't going anywhere. On Wednesday, the network handed renewals to Celebrity Family Feud, Press Your Luck, and Claim to Fame. Celebrity Family Feud, the veteran of the pack, will return for season 9 with host Steve Harvey. Press Your Luck, entering season 5, will continue with host Elizabeth Banks. And Claim to Fame, which launched last summer, host Kevin and Frankie Jonas, will be back for season 2. The trio joined the newly announced Jeopardy Masters of Ken Jennings hosted primetime spin-off to find the 6 highest ranked current Jeopardy contestants facing off in the championship Champions League style event. Premiere dates were not announced as of press time.
Celebrity Family Feud, I'm not surprised. Press Your Luck, I'm excited for. I don't know if you know this, but this is the longest the Press Your Luck has lasted on any network.
Including its original home, CBS. Wow. I can't wait for all of it to come back. All right. Hey, Michael, have you watched Countdown?
Episodes on YouTube, yes.
Yeah, episodes on YouTube. Okay. Well, there has been lots of hosts. And now Colin Murray is now getting the big chair full time. Channel 4 has announced that Colin Murray will take over from Anne Robinson as the new permanent Countdown host. Murray has guest hosted the UK's longest running TV quiz show since summer 2022, becoming a favorite amongst fans. Confirming the news of Stuff's packed lunch, Murray said it's a career dream to be named as permanent anchor of one of television's most iconic programs. I've been a fan since day one, been part of the family for over a decade, appearing on Dictionary Corner, and now I get the honor of guiding it into a 5th decade. However, I just don't want Countdown to survive. I want it to thrive. During his guest hosting stint, more people tuned into the daytime quiz show, reaching close to 1 million for the final episode of 2022. I want that to just be the beginning, said Murray. Countdown is a special show, and its stars will always be the letters and the numbers. But it's more than that. Great afternoon company for people of all ages all across the UK. Rachel, Susie, and I are very excited for the year ahead. If you haven't watched in a while, drop by and join us. Everyone is welcome. Before Countdown, Colin was known for hosting Match of the Day 2 on BBC 2 and radio shows on BBC Radio 5 Live, BBC Radio Ulster, BBC Radio 1. Murray will become the show's 7th permanent host, replacing Anne Robinson as she stepped down last summer. Previous hosts include Richard Whiteley, Des Lyman, Des O'Connor, Jeff Stelling, and Nick Hewer. To celebrate the show's 40th anniversary, the show saw Baroness Philella Benjamin, Sir John McDonald, Reverend Richard Coles, and Morales Stewart all guest hosts a week of episodes.
Here's what I think. This kind of reminds me of the late night circuit a little bit. You know, remember Johnny Carson's Tonight Show in its final years when Jay Leno was the regular guest host? This is something.
Yes.
This is something similar to it. Where now Colin Murray, after becoming a regular guest host on it, is now getting the full-time position. You know, when Johnny Carson had retired from the Tonight Show, Jay Leno got the full-time gig. So this is something similar to it.
Oh, this is going to be big for Countdown. Excuse the noise in the background because some people like to party and such. All right. Hey, you guys. 5 more years. Real Fortune Jeopardy renewed to 2028. ABC is keeping hold of vowels, consonants, and questions after renewing Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. The Disney companies owned and operated stations have ponied up a big increase to keep the long-running game shows on their schedule. Deadline reports that it has renewed both shows, which are the 2 most watched shows in syndication for 5 years throughout the 2027-2028 season. This will take Wheel of Fortune through its 45th season and Jeopardy for its 44th season. It comes 5 years after its last big increase was announced, which saw ABC beat Fox to keep hold of both shows from the 2020 to 2021, 2023 seasons after Fox came in with a rival bid. The move means that Wheel of Fortune, which is now executive produced by Bellamy Blackstone, will be moving into its 41st season, with Jeopardy, which is executive produced by Michael Davies, will be going to its 40th season.
There better be a decades tournament for that. For that 40th season. Because remember the decades tournament they had 10 years ago with Rudder and Jennings and
Yeah, the Battle of the Decades tournament.
yeah. I really hope there's another Decades tournament, and if there is, I hope James Holzhauer gets into it.
I hope Will Fortune does a tournament as well. Because one, I know it's a one-time deal and all that, but I would actually want to see Will Fortune have a tournament, like a Battle of the Decades tournament, $1 million tournament.
I would see a Battle of the Decades tournament featuring 3 of the biggest winners in Wheel of Fortune history. And some of the fan favorites come back for a special Decades tournament.
Yeah, I would be down for that. But Jeopardy will be 40 years old. Oh my god. Jeopardy, man. Jeopardy, man. I grew up with Jeopardy and Wheel. Damn, Jeopardy's older than me and you. Damn. Just can't.
It's just that Wheel's a year older than Jeopardy.
Yes, a year older. My gosh, and I grew up with both shows. Sorry, it's just so good. All right, now for the TV ratings. All right. Now, Monday, NCIS, CBS, WIN. Rule number 15, always work as a team. And the free NCIS series did just that on Monday night, each blowing past season highs in order in audience to lead CBS to its most watched Monday since last April's NCAA Men's Basketball Championship game. CBS's NCIS kicked off the free part with 7.7 million total viewers, its largest audience since October 2021, and a 0.5 demo rating. The Hawaii episode retained 7.2 million viewers, a Monday high for the series, in the 0.5, followed by the Los Angeles episode 6.7 million, best audience since April 2020, and 0.5. Get scoop on the surprise audio cameo. NBC's AGT All-Stars 4.3 million, 0.5 dipped week to week, while the already renewed Quantum Leap 1.7 million, 0.3 slipped into an audience low against stronger competition. Fox's Fantasy Island 1.6 million, 0.2 was steady, and its regular time slot Alert Missing Persons Union 1.5 million, 0.2 drew a fraction of its post NFL premiere numbers 3.8 million, 0.8. All right, ABC's The Parent Test did 1.8 million, 0.3, followed by the Will Trent reruns 1.6 million, 0.2. Over on Tuesday, the Golden Globe Awards slid to the second lowest viewer total in their 28-year history on NBC with Tuesday's ceremony. The telecast averaged 6.25 million viewers, down 6% from 6.91 million for the last televised Globe ceremony in 2021. Last year's awards was a broadcast as ABC opted not to air them due to controversy surrounding the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. The 2021 show was a remote production with hosts A.B. Poehler and Tina Fey MC in front of a mostly empty Beverly Hilton ballroom. The Angel has texted me. All right. I'll answer that real quick. I'll answer it later. All right. The all-time low for NBC came in the writer's strike year of 2008 when the HFPA aired a televised press conference announcing the winners rather than the usual ceremony. That broadcast gathered about 6 million viewers. Or as Jerome would say, the golden butt plugs. Jerome, you crafty guy. All right, now Thursday's ratings. In Thursday's ratings, NBC's SVU led Thursday in the demo, while CBS's Young Sheldon delivered the night's largest audience. CBS's Young Sheldon 7 million total viewers and a 0.5 rating dip in the demo. Wow. Wow, Ghost 6.3 million, 0.5. So Help Me Todd 4.8 million, 0.4. And CSI Vegas 3.4 million, 0.3 were steady. Todd is looking at its largest audience to date, while CSI drew its best since October 27th. NBC's Law and Order 4.5 million, 0.4. And Organized Crime 3.3 million, 0.4. Dipping the demo, while SVU 5 million, 0.6 was steady. Back from the holiday break, CW's Walker 740K 0.1 and Walker Independence 440K 0.1 both were down, with the latter hitting the season low in the audience. Fox's Hell's Kitchen 2.1 million 0.4 flat, 940K 0.2 and Cat 1.2 million 0.2 were all steady. ABC Celebrity Jeopardy 3.8 million 0.5, The Parenthouse 1.9 million 0.3, and The Chase 2 million 0.2 were all down. All right. Okay. Stop sharing. All right, Michael.
And now is the moment you've all been waiting for.
Yes, it's another announcer's food chain. Woo! And this time we're gonna do. Oh boy! And this time we're about to do the announcers of Scrabble. Now, originally I wanted to do a food chain on the host of Scrabble, but then Michael told me there's only one host. But then I told him that there's 4 hosts of Scrabble during its major incarnations. But we decided to do the announcers, so I'm not going to argue. So here we go. Here are the rules. Rule 1, this is basically our opinion. Rule 2, we're only counting one person's announcer tenure as one announcing tenure, even if they do 2 separate stints. And 3, no, we're not allowing substitutes. All right, so without further ado, let's go to number 1. Let's go to number 1 in the list. The man that announced the first incarnation and the second one in the 90s, Charlie Tuna.
You forgot one, Jay Stewart.
Oh, yeah, Jay Stewart. All right. Yep, all right. Jay Stewart. Wow. I mean, it's unfortunate what happened to him in the later years. I mean, he's a very good announcer. He has a good tone, rich voice.
I thought he was more comfortable with Let's Make a Deal.
I thought he was more comfortable in Sale of the Century.
Well, that too. But Let's Make a Deal was his thing.
Yeah, but I thought he did all right in his tone. I thought he did good as an announcer of Scrabble. So we'll put him at number 1 for now. For now, but that will definitely change. Now, number 2, the guy who announced the 83 version and the 90s version, the late Charlie Tuna. May him rest in peace.
And this was the rest of the original.
Yes. The rest of the original run, then the 90s run.
Easy number 1.
Definitely number 1. He is good. I mean, he is very good at what he can as the announcer of the show. Oh, crap. I mean, Charlie, Charlie Tuna, man. I thought he did great. And don't get me wrong, I love the set. The set looks very nice, and it stays true to the Scrabble game. It's true to the game. I love the wordplay. I love the game itself. And Chuck's facial expressions. Oh, man. But Charlie Tuna, man, he's a great announcer, and he announced it very good. He does a great job with the show. All right, so number 1, definitely.
I'm sorry?
I put him at number 1.
Yeah, all right. I said easy.
But I put Joe. No. Yep. Now, I believe, and also he did announce the pilot with Steve Edwards, but we're not going to get to that. But anyway, now, number 3 is the announcer for the pilot of the Scrabble Challenge. You know, they made a more traditional Scrabble with adding trivia. Yeah, John Ficino. That's the person. I think he's more suited for Hollywood Squares at that point.
And also, he did the weird Balderdash, too.
Yeah, he did do Balderdash. That's underrated. That's underrated because it stayed true to the board game.
I think On the Cover with Mark L. Wahlberg is underrated, too.
Yeah, but I don't think it did it good enough. They keep changing the bonus round formats for many later pilots. But anyway, back to John Cervenka. John Cervenka, I think he's more better suited for Hollywood.
Machida.
It's hard to pronounce names, okay? His last names are just hard.
You're hard to pronounce Baron Corbin.
Oh, stop it. Anyway, back to John. John did a good job for what he did. I like the pilot, but I kind of see why it didn't go on the air. It was kind of more, it's kind of like basically vanilla Scrabble, but with trivia questions mixed into it. I mean, don't get me wrong, John O'Hurley does a great job with the setup and such. While I do applaud the choice to be more traditional, I think I'd rather stick with Chuck Woolery Scrabble than this. I'm sorry. They did a good job. No problems. So where we put John Cervenka?
Machida. Jeez, get it right, Dante. You've had way too many Fruity Pebbles. Yeah, you've had way too many Fruity Pebbles. JBL drops by to entertain you.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. So where would we put him?
3.
So we're 3. Okay, we'll put him at 3. Okay, now we go to 2011 Scrabble Showdown on the Hub, now Discovery Family. The host was Justin Willman. He's terrible. And the woman that hosted, she was the announcer for season 2 of Lingo. And her name is Randy Thomas.
The first woman to announce the Academy Awards.
Ah, yes. I thought she did great as an announcer.
First person to announce the Oscars, the Tonys, and the Emmys all in the same year.
Yes. And I think she did a great job announcing. Scrabble Showdown. Now, Scrabble Showdown is interesting because I like all Scrabble-based games, like Scrabble Flash, Scrabble Babble, Scrabble Scream, Scrabble Lightning. I mean,
there's actually a game called Scrabble Flash.
Yes, I know. I saw that on stores, but it had a terrible host in Justin Willman.
And also Scrabble Slam. There's also a card game.
Ah, yeah. Yep. But it did terrible. But Justin Willman.
The lightning round. I like how they paid homage to the Woolery Scrabble.
I paid
a little bit.
Tribute to the true. I like that. Bit. That's nice. That's nice. I like that. They pay tribute to the Woolery. But Justin Willman, though, he's a terrible host. I'm sorry. Even Game Show Garbage conformed it. It's just no. He's just no. Not for me. I'm sorry. He doesn't. I mean, yeah, he does.
And yet I thought Ed Sanders was too British for for an ABC bingo show.
And I thought Bruce Forsyth was too British enough to do Hot Streak. I know he did it in UK. I know he did it in the US. But
you guys out there, you don't remember National Bingo Night? Ed Sanders, they had to bring in Ed Sanders from the UK.
Just no.
And a commissioner from India.
I get the diversity, but come on. At least Bingo America was freaking great. It improved what National Bingo Night could have been. Don't get me wrong. Patrick Duffy, though, he shouldn't be.
Could have done that in his sleep.
No, Patrick Duffy is just no. He's just a terrible host. I'm sorry. I think Richard Karn and Diane Masoda were better, way better than Death Chat Patrick Duffy. You know, due to his experience with Family Feud and all that.
Crap, even John Stamos from Full House could do that show in his sleep. Could do National Bingo Night in his sleep.
Hell, the late Bob Saget would do it.
Well, I don't know about that because of 1 versus 100.
Yeah. Please bring that back. Man. Oh, man. But still, Randy Thomas. Yes, she was the announcer for season 2 of Lingo, where they had the little boom. And I also love the title card of Lingo when the ball's dropping.
They were still using the Dutch theme.
Yeah, the Dutch theme was kind of cool. It gives me a disco vibe. Like, heck, yes, I can't dance, Michael.
Yeah, you can't even be in knowledge either.
I swear one of these days. Anyway, Randy Thomas does a great job announcing Lingo. She does a great job announcing on Scrabble Showdown. So, where do we put her? Should we put her above John? Or?
Yeah, let's put her above John.
Okay, we're number 3. So, here's your rundown. Number 1, Jay Stewart. Number 1, Charlie Tuna. Number 2, Jay Stewart. Number 3, Randy Thomas. And number 4, John. Help me pronounce his last name, John Fachita.
There you go.
Yes, I did it. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the chain. And we're going to end it up, close it out, Michael.
I sure will. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below and give us your thoughts on all the topics. Subscribe to Dante Pittman. Hit the notification bell whenever done. There's a live stream with this one on all times. And also check out the Game Show Lounge channel, YouTube channel. We got some great stuff over there. Subscribe to yours truly, Mike Bombardier, as well. So, we must now bid each and every one of you adieu. So, until we see you next week for another episode of the Gameshow Speak Podcast with your hands on your buzzers once again. Goodbye, Game Show fanatics. Mwah. And good night. Bang.